All right, first things first. You cannot do a proper launch without being properly dressed. So get a uniform because you're gonna need it if you're gonna start launching things. Or maybe. All right, so first things first, let's prepare the landing pages and the website for some traffic. First thing you gotta do is to set up Google Analytics properly, or Adobe Analytics, or whatever analytics tool it is that you're using. The second thing you gotta do is to make sure that the tracking is tracking all the important things that the users are doing on your website. So buttons gotta be tracked, different funnels gotta be tracked, you gotta set that up properly. The third thing you gotta do is to make sure that you have your audiences set up properly according to those behaviors that you have identified as important that you've just set up. So for example, that all the people on the start page are tracked, but then also that all the people on the thank you page after sign up are tracked. Because think about it this way, if you're gonna buy advertising to retarget these people after they have been on your website, the visit, it signals that they're interested in the messaging. You've caught their attention somehow, from some source, from some place. If you gotta retarget them, you better retarget them who haven't converted yet with one type of messaging. But then those people who have converted, you gotta target with another type of messaging in order to drive them into, sharing the message and things like that. So you need to split these audiences up into several different audiences. And so that is the key objective today, is to set up Google Analytics properly and then make sure that we get the audiences set right. So that's what I'm gonna make sure that it's set up, and then we are gonna move on to the next task. So one of the first thing I found here was that the goals aren't set up, which is important in order for us to measure how efficient advertising and things like that are, like what type of traffic it is that is reaching the proper goals or the proper things that we want. So the first thing I'm gonna set up here is a goal, and then I found a thank you page here, which is always nice when there's a thank you page. Otherwise you have to do some button click tracking, which I have a video on as well, but I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna take this thank you thingy here, I'm gonna go to goals, I'm gonna click new goal, and I'm gonna make it a revenue, place an order. We are gonna continue and then check out complete or completed order, let's call it that. Goal, it's a set destination, yes, and we hit continue, equals to, and then we write, goal details, gonna do this, thank you, and it is, we take the whole thing here, boom, copy, here we go, and let's use this. It's our destination value, let's give it a value of 35, and then we say let's see if we're gonna have a funnel here. So let's see if there is another page after this. You can usually do that within the Google Analytics. You can check what pages there are. If we can set up I don't think there is. There's just a thank you page after that. So what I'll do is I'll essentially just add this page as the first in the funnel, and landing page, and we'll save this. 19 goals left. There are 20 for every view. You can set up 20 goals, which is good. But now I have a goal set up at least, and it didn't take that long to do that, did it? Now I can continue. Now, as I said, I was gonna set up audiences, and we have one audience here for all users on the website. And then what we gotta do is create an audience that only includes those people who have converted. First of all, so it's a subscription service. So in order to make people stay, they gotta feel satisfied with their choice. And then you spend a portion of money every month in order to reaffirm people's conviction that they did a proper choice. So any kind of positive PR or things like that comes out of your business, like a good article, celebrity recommendation, an endorsement, quality improvements, things like that, good stories from users, people are saying that they're satisfied. Those kind of things, they go into a bucket of retargeting existing subscribers or existing customers in order to make all of the customers that are already using the service perceive that there is a increased value in actually staying as a subscriber. subscriber. And you set that up as 2-3% of the revenue that you earn, so that it becomes a good thing, like to win back those customers' trust over time. And secondly, you set it up as a burn tag, it's called, meaning that you remove all the people who have converted from your original source, or from the target groups that, or the audiences that you are targeting with the initial storytelling and things like that. So to set up a new audience, you just hit new audience, or to set up one of these burn tags, you set a new audience. Then users have visited a specific section of the site. Okay, page contains, edit, page contains, thank you, there it is. And then I hit apply, there it is, audience name, we call it purchasers. That's probably not the proper word, but I like the word, so we hit next step here. Audience destinations is Google Ads, and we can add that, change that later, but actually you cannot change the destination later, but I'll add it to the Google Ads account just to keep everything in the same place. So then I hit publish, boom, and my audience is created. So now we have two audiences, one for people who we do not know, people who are all users, and then people who are purchasers. And all users minus purchasers are people who haven't purchased yet. So that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm splitting these videos up, even though I do it over the same day. I'm splitting it up into different videos, but just because you might miss something that is important. And once you watch the introduction to a video, you might not want to watch that specific one. But I'm sort of splitting them into tasks. I know I said I wouldn't do that, but I do it anyways because that's the way I work. If you have any questions about something that I do during these tutorials or during these videos, if there is something that I do very fast that I am very used to doing and you're like, wait, what did you do? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that took me 1 year to learn how to do that. Yeah, keep me up to date onto what you want, and let's make this a learning journey for both of us. Please comment. Bye.